I'm just going to say it. I think without a doubt that antidepressant medicines are absolutely deadening, if not severing, our spiritual antennas. And I cannot think of a worse time for your spiritual antenna to be offline or deadened than these times.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing.
I've been giving these sessions for over 10 years, and I've never thought about a drug being able to override these sessions. I always felt like if somebody came in, they were drunk or they were high or they were coked up or whatever, I believed that their reaching out for this connection would override the substance they were under during the session. Now I'm not so sure that they are overriding antidepressant medicine. I've never been a big fan of antidepressant medicine, ever. And especially how many people, like 1 in 5 people are like taking antidepressant and then popping them to our kids. And it's like, are you depressed? Yeah, well, no shit, man. You're a being of light that's manifested into the physical on earth. Like, this place is absolutely fucking crazy. So, are you going to get depressed? Hell yeah, you're going to be depressed. Have I felt like a piece of shit? Absolutely, man. Have I not wanted to get out of bed? Absolutely. Have I felt like I have no skills, no talent, no marketable anything in this world? Yes. Have I just been done with the bills and the work and Yes. There are many, many reasons to get depressed. I'm not saying that you're not going to get depressed. I'm just saying that some good stuff can come from being depressed. I mean, it can really focus you and push you in the right direction. Now, I know there's extreme cases. I know there's people that are locked in this cycle. I watched my mom get locked into this cycle of up and down from being the absolute light of the world to being an absolute miserable drunk. I've seen it. I watched her slowly kill herself for like years. So I do have a little bit of experience with depression. Here's my point. 2 years ago, I'm in Austin, Texas, and I'm giving reconnections. One of my clients, Melinda, shows up, talk, nice friendly talk. I give her a session. I can usually tell if somebody has a life-changing experience or if it's just like meh.
But I didn't really have any expectations, but while the session was nice and relaxing, I didn't really feel anything. Nothing really happened during the session.
Which is okay. I never even worry about that because I know that we're so unique. Like if I give 10 sessions in a row, I'm going to get 10 different reactions from people. But I really believe that the results are always going to be the same. Their internal compass will be turned on and they will know what's right for them and they will get the fuck away from what is not healthy for them. I believe that. So I don't care if somebody has a session that's like meh. But when I get the email from her that she wants to have a second reconnection, I've done a few of those, and I will say that as I'm doing those reconnections, they felt to me like the person was already reconnected. Well, when Melinda came in, dude, I didn't get that feeling. I got a feeling like, who are you? She was a completely different person. What I found out was, when I gave her a first reconnection, she was addicted to Xanax.
Yeah, I had been taking Xanax for several years. It used to be once in a while, and then it became every day. Didn't really think much of it, but during our session, nothing really, I never felt anything, nothing really happened during that session. I'm not saying it didn't work, because obviously things started happening afterwards, but
like I said, I never thought that a drug could override this frequency. But when I saw the way she reacted on the table for her second reconnection, it was absolutely a different person.
I had no expectations. I didn't think it would be any different than the first time. But it was a night and day difference.
I just, as I'm giving her a reconnection, I start thinking, man, is this Xanax like deadening her spiritual antenna? And every hair on my body rose up. Like, I knew at that moment that I have to make a video about this, because I just feel like there's absolutely something to antidepressant medicine. Okay, I need to stop and rant for a second. I know these doctors that prescribe these antidepressants probably get a good laugh out of the term spiritual antenna. What makes me laugh are these doctors who actually believe that people are depressed because they have a chemical imbalance in their brain. And they think that if they prescribe this Xanax or this Adderall or any of these other antidepressants, they're going to restore this balance and make people feel less depressed. Dude, are we living in the dark ages? I mean, this is a band-aid approach at best to making people feel better. We are not machines. You can't just add chemicals to make us function properly. The real question is, why are so many people not producing the right chemicals? It's because down deep at your core, you know that something is seriously fucking wrong with this planet. It's because our thoughts, our beliefs, our programming is so far removed, so out of alignment with who we really are, we can't produce the right chemicals. It's like our body is trying to tell us something is wrong. We are beings of pure consciousness who, before choosing to come to Earth, knew only unconditional love. And now we find ourselves on Earth where everything seems totally screwed up. I mean, let's face it, by the time you're old enough to think for yourself, you're already programmed with these crazy ideas of who you are and what you should believe. Our software has been written, and our software is fucked up. Most of us probably feel like we don't even belong here. Why are we here? None of this makes sense. We don't want to get some lame-ass job at some company with the goal to make the company more money. We don't want to spend our whole life working so we can buy a bigger TV or a new pair of shoes every month or a shiny fucking belt buckle. That's why you're not producing the right chemicals. You're living on an insane world with insane ideas about who you are and who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. What you need is love. We need love. We need it. We have to have it. Without love, you will never produce the right chemicals, and you will always feel like you're missing something. You don't have anyone that loves you? Go out into nature. Mother Earth loves you.
I just had this feeling that I needed to do something, just something was very wrong. And I sought out somebody that does QHHT, hypnotherapy. The one very clear message that came through with that was that I needed to stop taking Xanax. I did, and I went cold turkey and didn't realize it would have such an effect on me to stop taking it. And probably for a good month, I was kind of living in trapped in my own personal hell. You know, the night sweats, severe insomnia, couldn't eat, it was just miserable, but I stuck to it and I didn't give in to, I was having severe muscle spasms. I went to doctors because I didn't know what was going on. And when I realized what was going on and talked to my doctor, she was just very complicit about the whole thing. Like, oh yeah, well, that can happen.
And didn't you say that the Xanax were free?
Yeah, my insurance completely covered it. It was zero payment for it. I did have to, every 3 months, I did have to go in and talked with my doctor about it before she would refill the prescription, but it was just basic questions. It was nothing like, it was like a couple yes or no questions, and then they'd refill your prescription. And it was, you know, I never paid a dime for that medication. Never said much more about it after that. So, and I haven't touched it since, but probably after I started feeling better and more like myself, on a better sleeping schedule and not taking any medications, you know, all natural supplements and stuff, your videos started popping up on my feed.
And I know this is, people are going to be like, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, but whatever. Like, that's just...
This is kind of proof to me that it does have such an effect. Because when I got on that table yesterday, my instinct was, when I started feeling things happening, my instinct was to hold back.
Yeah, you were resistant for sure.
Yeah, being resistant, and I just felt this, you know, like this voice just say, just, you know, relax, just go with it. You know, everything was going to be fine. And I did. And it was just, I was like, I couldn't believe it.
It was pretty intense, right?
Yeah. Very intense.
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I don't prescribe medicine. But what I will say is I see things on a daily basis that 99% of the world thinks is absolutely crazy. I am an absolute master at what I do. I am a spiritual cable guy. And the difference between Melinda on Xanax and Melinda off Xanax was absolutely night and day a different person. Now, I've had so many people leave me comments that they feel left out. They feel like they're searching for this connection. They know there's an awakening going on. They know something is going on, and they feel like they just can't make that connection. Now, I guess my point is, like, I don't ask anybody if they're on antidepressant medicine. I don't ask anybody anything because it's none of my business. Like, for what I do, I don't need to know any of that. So, I don't know. I wish I would have said, are you taking antidepressant medicine? And I would have started getting some kind of, like, stats going or something for people that are taking it, that people just don't feel like they can break through and be themselves. I don't know. Anyway, I've always had a bad feeling about antidepressant medicine, and now this session with Melinda just reconfirmed that. I don't know. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. Now, I swear to God, I'm not judging anybody that takes antidepressant medicine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying what I said. Okay, I'm not sure if I said everything I wanted to say. Actually, I did want to say one more thing. After I reconnected Melinda in Austin, she participated in 3 or 4 of my monthly group sessions. During those 3 or 4 sessions, she never felt anything. Then she gets off the Xanax. She comes up for her second Personal Reconnections in Colorado. And 3 days later, I had a group session. I said, why don't you just participate in that and see what happens? The second she laid down, she started feeling these frequencies coursing through her body. I don't know. That's just further confirmation to me that Xanax was literally deadening her ability to feel these frequencies. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I know on some level I'm not qualified at all to talk about depression and antidepressant medicine, but on another level, I am super qualified to talk about your spiritual antenna, because that's what I do for a living. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you later. I swear to God, that Xanax was
dampening.
It was dampening that antenna. Peace.
If you're looking for some crazy